Dr. Ahmed Alfarra. He's the Director of Pediatrics and Maternity at Nasser Hospital in southern Gaza. He joins us from the hospital in Khan Younis. Doctor, the last time we spoke, it was immediately after another one of your colleagues, Dr. Ala, had her home bombed. She lost her husband and 9 of her children. And today you have my condolences for Dr. Mousa Khafaja. I'm so sorry, sir. How is everyone holding up?
Okay, thank you for having me, my colleague. You know, every day is more sad than the day before. Every day we are receiving sad news and striking news. You know, Dr. Mousa wasn't the first and he won't be the last one, unfortunately. They are targeted medical fields, doctors, nurses, even ambulance drivers. Everything belongs to the medical fields. You know, Dr. Mousa was one of the high morals and honesty and integrity in his work. He was working without talking. He's no problems. He's a nice doctor. You know, we were shocked when we heard about his death. In fact, this make the staff and the medical field doctors always are afraid, always they are worried about their colleagues, about their families. This put them under pressure. They are working under pressure since the beginning of this war. And now they are working under more and extra pressure because of they are afraid to face that happening for their colleagues, and they are already exhausted since 2 years. They didn't have take any vacation or rest since that criminal war.
Doctor,
in fact, what happened in yes.
Well, I was just going to ask, you're talking about the pressure that everyone's having to cope with. I mean, Dr. Mousa was an obstetrics and gynecology consultant, but he was living in a tent, and where he was bombed was meant to be a safe place, and he was killed there alongside his children.
Yes, Dr. Mousa, his origin from Rafah city. He was evacuated from an Emirati hospitals. He is a consultant and he's a senior doctor. He was very faithful and very interesting in his specialist. They were evacuated from Rafah city towards Khan Younis, and they were in a tent, as you mentioned. When the ceasefire was available in March, he tried to refer back to Rafah, but unfortunately he found his house is completely destroyed. After that, he come back again to a tent in Khan Younis. While he was living with his family in peace, I think they were dreaming or something like that. They was attacked and targeted by that bombing, and he was killed with his family.
Doctor,
this is one of the most tragic story that you can hear. Yes, please.
Well, I was just going to say, I think people often forget that the doctors and nurses and the staff there who are dealing with so many casualties, you yourselves are living through a war zone. I know that at Nasser Hospital, you've also been dealing with many of the injuries from the GHF food distribution centres. I believe many of them have also been children. Can you tell us what you've been seeing in your ward?
When a doctor is requested to go downstairs to the reception room in Nasser Medical Complex, he's feeling very confused about the number of cases that coming to the reception room from the GHF. Nearly every day we are receiving 30 to 35 cases who were targeted directly in the upper part of the body, and they are killed and executed by snipers, and nearly multiplied by 5, nearly 150 injured. 20% of them are critically ill and need ICUs. I want to tell you something. A lot of doctors, while we're working in this mass casualty, they expecting that one of their relatives and one of their sons or brothers or sisters will come in this mass casualty. This is one of the most hard feeling and difficult feeling that you can expect anyone to see in that. And we're facing a lot of our friends and our colleagues and our relatives that they are coming. They went there to feed their brothers and sisters and mothers and come back as a body, unfortunately. This is one of the most also tragic story that you can hear about.
And I understand that some of those casualties, many of them, in fact, have been very young children. The malnutrition situation is also only getting worse. You work in pediatrics. How is that manifesting itself in your wards?
Malnutrition, my colleague, increasing day by day. Every month we notice increase in the cases, nearly 50% in comparison with the month before. Since March, nothing get inside Gaza, and no food get inside Gaza, no milk. I want to concentrate and focus on milk. You can't believe, my friend, please, we want to focus on this among the world, among the media. You can imagine that premature babies in the neonatal ICU, nearly 20 babies, they are receiving premature formula because they are unable to have a breastfeeding. They are premature, born before the expected day for delivery. They have shortage of milk. Milk is the only source of energy for them. If they lost that source of energy, that means that we are right and certificate of death for them. Nothing can supply them. If I talk about 2 years, 3 years, there is alternative. I can do anything for him. I can do fava beans, some vegetables, what's available, some breads from here or there. But in unit, you can't compensate by anything. My friend, 2 days ago, they phoned me from the hospital for an emergency case. An infant, his age is 2 months old. 2 months old. The family didn't found any milk for him, and they tried to do some vegetables, which was cooked and given for him, and the child is suffocated, and now he's in the neonatal ICU waiting for bronchoscope to remove that vegetables from his bronchial tree. This is not happening any spot to place in any place in the world, just in Gaza.
Dr. Ahmed Alfarra, the Director of Pediatrics and Maternity at the Nasser Hospital in southern Gaza. Thank you, sir, for speaking to us again on Al Jazeera and sharing your experiences. We wish you and your medical colleagues all the best.
Most welcome, my friend. Thank you.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.